Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Skurne, Assistant Professor in Department of Statistics, Rajarshi Chhatrapati Shahu College, Kolhapur. In last lecture, we discussed the basic terminology in sampling theory and what is meant by sampling theory and census theory. Now we discuss the next part. So, some advantages in random sampling over the census method, but there are some limitations of random sampling also. So what is these limitations? Random sampling requires very high level of skill and experience for its use. Also it requires a lot of time to plan and to execute a random sample. Random sampling have the cost involves is larger as compared to non-random sampling. So next is non-random sampling. First we see the random sampling, the next type is non-random sampling. It is a process of sampling selection without the use of randomization. Means it is used by any judgment or convenience method. Also at random sampling is selected on the basis of other probability consideration like convenience, judgment method or our suitable choice. In this method, the investigator selects elements in any manner which is suitable to him. So it is called as also suitable method. So method of randomness is lottery method or use of random number table. Most of the situation we have used random numbers. So advantages of this sampling method over the census method is, first, it is reduce the time. In sampling method only a part of population is studied and in census method all the population is to be studied. So there is a considerable saving in times in case of sampling method. Second advantages is reduces the cost. Sampling method results in reduction in cost in terms of money and in terms of manpower. Third advantages is reliability. The result of the sample survey are much more reliable than those obtained from a complete census. Fourth advantages is detailed information. We have, due to sample size is very small, the members of samples can be studied carefully and detailed information can be obtained, but in case of census method it is not possible due to large size. Fifth advantages of sampling method is greater scope. If testing is destructive, that is the element gets destroyed in the analysis, sampling is only alternative available to us. The next advantages is only method. If the population is too large and hypothetical, then we have used this method only. So next part is the limitations of sample survey. What is the limitations? The first limitation is whenever the population size is small enough and the data can be secured easily, it is advisable to use census survey. Second limitations is in some cases sampling survey should not be employed. Third limitations, if correct sampling plans are not employed, the sampling method gives misleading results. Fourth, careful supervision is necessary. Some basic steps in sample survey. When we take the sample survey, we go these steps. 6 steps. First step is to make an objective of your sample survey. Next, second step is we have defined the population. Third step in sample survey, we determination the sampling frame. Then fourth step is selection the proper sampling plan. Fifth step in organization of field work, that is where you get the sample to fix the field. And next step means last step is the analysis of data and last is interpreter summary. In this whole sampling survey, we have arise some errors. So, in sampling technique arises error which is called as a sampling error. So, error arises in the data in phase of collection of the data is called as a sampling error. Some factor is responsible for the sampling error. So, what is this factor? First factor is faculty selection of the sample, substitutions, faulty demarcations of the sampling units, error due to bias in estimation method, and last one is the variability of the populations. These are the some factors which is responsible for the sampling error. Then next, second type of error is a non-sampling error. This error is not due to the sampling method, which is by the another factor. So non-sampling error arises due to chance, or it is due to consequences of certain factors which are within the human control. And with this, what is these factors which is responsible for this non-sampling error is, first is faulty planning and definitions, and second is the response errors, third is prestige bias, fourth is bias due to the interviewer, next is failure of respondent memory, and last one is the publication errors. So these are the factors responsible for that. Thank you.